She always told me he was just a therapist. When I walked into that room, everything changed. What I saw froze me, and my world shattered. You won't believe what happened next. You've probably heard of the trusted therapist, right? Someone who listens, comforts, and helps you navigate life's toughest moments. Well, I thought that's all he was to her. But the truth? The truth is something I could never have imagined. Everything seemed perfect. At least, that's what I thought. We had been married for 5 years. She was my world, beautiful, loving, and full of life. We had everything I could have wanted: a home, a future, plans for a family. But there was always one thing that bothered me: her therapy sessions. At first, I didn't think much of it. I mean, therapy is normal, right? It's a safe space for her to talk, to unload, to work through her past. But something about it didn't sit right with me. She'd always tell me how helpful he was, how he was changing her perspective on everything. But I was never invited to any of these sessions. No details, no real explanation, just he's helping me. I told myself to trust her. I wanted to believe her, but my gut kept telling me otherwise. One night, I couldn't take it anymore. The nagging feeling, the unanswered questions, the things she'd say that didn't add up. I had to know the truth. I decided to follow her. She was supposed to be at a therapy session, but when I got to the office, it wasn't an office at all. It was a rundown apartment. Her therapist wasn't in a clinical setting. He was in his living room, and it wasn't a session. It was something else entirely. I stayed hidden in the shadows, barely able to breathe. As I peered through the window, my heart raced. I saw them sitting on the couch, close, too close. There was no professional distance between them, no boundaries. They were talking, but it wasn't the kind of conversation you'd expect in a therapy session. Their laughter echoed in the room, and it wasn't the kind of laugh you share with someone who's helping you work through your issues. It was a flirtatious, intimate laugh. I stood there, frozen, watching as her hand gently brushed against his. And then it happened. He touched her arm in a way that seemed far too personal for someone who was supposed to be just a therapist. The look in her eyes, the same one she used to give me, was there. But this time, it wasn't directed at me. It was directed at him. I couldn't take it anymore. I turned and walked away, my heart pounding in my chest. I couldn't believe what I had just witnessed. How could she do this to me? My mind raced as I replayed the images in my head, each one more painful than the last. That's when I knew. This wasn't therapy. This was a cover-up. She had been lying to me all along. But the worst part? She wasn't just cheating on me with him. She was lying about everything. She was the perfect actress, crying, apologizing, begging me to believe her. But I had seen the truth. And once you've seen the truth, there's no going back. The words she used, the excuses, nothing could make me unsee what I had witnessed. I had to know everything. So I did what any hurt husband would do. I followed him. I found out more than I ever wanted to. I got the evidence: text messages, photos, recordings. I had everything. Not just against her, but against him too. This wasn't an affair. It was a betrayal of the highest order. And the worst part was how they had planned it all, how she had kept me in the dark, making me believe everything was fine. The confrontation was brutal. I didn't shout. I didn't cry. I just laid the facts bare. The pictures, the text, the lies, all of it in front of her. She could no longer hide behind her words. She could no longer pretend. And in that moment, I realized I couldn't trust her anymore. The woman I had loved was gone, replaced by someone unrecognizable. I didn't scream. I didn't cry. I didn't even break down in front of her. I just left. I had no anger left in me, just a deep emptiness. The woman I thought I knew, the woman I married, was no more. But in that moment, I realized something. I didn't need her to feel complete. I didn't need to carry the burden of her lies any longer. Walking away wasn't just about ending a relationship. It was about taking control of my life again. I left the house, the weight on my shoulders lifting with every step. The life I thought I had was a lie. But now I had the freedom to rebuild it. And though the pain was raw, I knew one thing for sure: I wasn't going to let this betrayal define me. I would move forward, stronger and wiser than before.